Welcome back to Esports Center. We're covering the ECAC Esports Summer Valorant Tournament. But this time, our guests are none other than the winners of the tournament itself. They are known as Team Bootleg, and they come all the way from New York City. So, welcome, guys, to the show. So happy that you're joining me. Congratulations on the win. Tell me a little bit about how you managed to get all the way to the top and take home this victory. Millie, what happened tonight?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm the representative for Team RPI at RPI, which is the esports club on campus. And as a club, like we have a bunch of different games and we try to support a lot of different teams. So it's really cool that players who are involved in our club were able to win the tournament today. And yeah, I think they will probably have a lot to tell you about, just how they won and how good they are as players because they're all really skilled. And it's really cool that they can be a part of our team at RPI.
Super cool. This is a 5v5 match that happens with Valorant. So you guys got to have a lot of strategy, communication, and great teamwork. Tell me a little bit about, what it was like tonight, what you guys were thinking. When did you realize that you could possibly take home the win? I'll start with you. I'll start with you, Sean.
Sure. We don't really practice Valorant. We're a bunch of CS:GO gamers, right? And we come from that game,
Yeah,
and
it's pretty similar to Valorant,
yeah.
no?
So our skill just easily transferred, and we just like grinded for 2 days before the tournament just to get used to the game, and yeah, we came into it fine.
Oh man, you guys are gonna make people want to compete against you and beat you so bad next time. You're
Yeah.
just naturally great
Oh my
practicing these
God.
days. That's awesome. Narita, what about you? What was it like for you in the tournament? When did you realize that, wow, you guys have a chance to win?
What is it? I think we took part in one, I think about a month ago, and we got to the quarterfinals last time. So once we got through quarters, I kind of started feeling like we're actually doing pretty well because the team that we faced in the quarterfinals was the team that won the last tournament, and because we went through them, I thought that probably it would be good. Like we'd actually be able to get through here to the grand finals and then win the tournament.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Brian, how long have you guys been a team? Like, how long have y'all been playing together?
So I've been playing with these guys for over 2 years now. We met each other to play Counter-Strike when we first came to RPI. And then Matt is actually a recent addition last year, a team RPI recruit. So it's been good to get to know the new guys and learn a thing or two.
That's awesome. Chow, what about you? What's your experience been like with the RPI team? How long have you been a part of it and with this team here?
Yeah, I started like 2 years ago again with CS:GO with everybody, but then
Yeah.
I got like really into Overwatch, so I was playing Overwatch mostly for like the past 2 years. But then Valorant came out, and I'm like, why not join the CS:GO guys again and play Valorant? And it was pretty fun.
That's pretty cool that, in esports, you have the opportunity to kind of jump from one team to another within the same club just to play different types of games. Also, things don't get repetitive and boring. You can like conquer one game, master it to its completion, and then move on to another one and like start all over. How many teams do you guys have in your club? How many different types of games do you guys play?
Yeah, we've got a lot of different games in the club. I think it mostly started off as like an Overwatch sort of thing, but we've really branched out into a lot of different games. So now we've got Overwatch, CS:GO, Valorant, Dota. We have Rainbow Six, and we also have
Rocket League?
TF2 and Rocket League. Yeah, we've got a lot of different games. So yeah, we definitely have to, keep up with it and make sure we can find new interests with freshmen and that sort of things to keep the club going. But I think it's been pretty popular.
Very cool. So how do you recruit new students? Like you were talking about, keep up with new games, add new games and be inclusive and accessible to the freshmen coming in. How do you guys recruit new students that are coming in?
Yeah, so at the beginning of every semester, we always put posters all up over campus to advertise for our tryouts, which we hold at the beginning of every semester. So, yeah, that's the main way that we advertise the club. And then also we host like game nights sort of, so people can join our Discord and we play a bunch of different games on the weekends, mostly Overwatch and Valorant, but those are always really popular and a lot of people go to that. And also this year, we're doing something new. We're doing something called an NRB, which is Navigating Rensselaer and Beyond. So our club is going to be part of that. And that's basically where the freshmen have an opportunity to see a bunch of the clubs at RPI. And our club is going to be one of the clubs hosting events for that. So that'll definitely raise awareness with the freshmen.
That's really cool. It sounds like you guys are really interested in raising awareness and continuing to drive excitement from more students to join the club. Is that what you feel like you need to keep growing and get support from the university and increase, the amount of opportunity to compete in tournaments like with the ECAC?
Yeah, I think definitely that is because our club just very recently started to get recognized as an official club of RPI. So we're really just sort of breaking ground with all that. It's mostly just been student run and everything. So right now we're starting to get more recognition with the university, which is really cool. And we hope to get more in the future for more funding and that sorts of things.
That's awesome. How long have you been competing with the ECAC? Is this your first tournament, second tournament?
We've been competing with ECAC for a while through Overwatch too. So
All
I
right.
think that this summer we just started with Valorant because it just came out, obviously. But yeah, we've been participating with ECAC for I think a few years now. And actually, our Overwatch team won the Overwatch tournament for ECAC. I think it was last year. So we have some good history with ECAC, which is cool.
That's really cool. Matt, I know you're joining us from New York as well. What has it been like for you competing in the ECAC tournaments? Do you feel like it increases the competition pool and gives you an opportunity to play against the best? Or what was it like before you guys joined ECAC Conference League?
Well, before ECAC, we mostly played CSL as a CS team, but Valorant's on CSL, so we hopped over here, and it's been really fun just having competition nowadays because, well, there's not much to do now, so yeah.
Yeah, keep it up, guys. This is exciting stuff. I'm like really getting into watching the matches, something I didn't think I'd ever be able to follow. But you do. You watch on pins and needles, rooting for your team, and you learn to follow the avatar and not a jersey with a number on the back. So it's been really cool to watch the tournament over today, the course of this evening. Congratulations on that win, like I said. But what about the trajectory going forward? What can we expect next from Team Bootleg? Are you guys planning on taking home more wins in the near future?
Yeah, I think the five of us will probably do more tournaments like these. It's been a lot of fun playing with these guys, so maybe we can get more wins. Be great.
Yeah, you know what I forgot? I was going to tell you guys, they say that esports is going to be the most viewed sport of all types of sports, surpassing even traditional athletics in the very near future. So like you said, there's not much else to do right now, Matt.
Yeah.
And has that attracted more students to your club?
Probably. I think a lot of incoming freshmen are probably going to be more interested in this club than previous years just because, with Corona around, not many people are going to be able to go outside and stuff. So, playing games and meeting other people through Team RPI is probably the best bet.
Yeah, I think that everyone's at home, so the weekend games are always pretty popular because, it's a fun thing to do on the weekend when you can't go out.
It sounds like you guys have like a virtual casual gaming lounge that you guys practice and play on the weekends, like you said, with the group of people. So do you feel like esports has really afforded you the opportunity to stay engaged and connected with your classmates and with the school itself by giving you an outlet while we're in distant learning type of scenarios?
Yeah, definitely. Because if it wasn't for the Discord and all the friends that I made here, I don't know what I would be doing right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are in New York too. There was a big hot spot there, obviously. What's this been like for you as an outlet, from pre-COVID to now? Do you feel like this is something that you're even more passionate about or thankful for during this time? Brian, what do you think?
Okay, so at first I thought it's great because I can stay inside and play video games all the time, but too much of a good thing is a bad thing, and so it's hard to stay motivated when you don't have options for things to do. But having friends that you can communicate with over the internet before all of this happened is ending up, it's like ending up to be a really good thing.
Oh, I'll just say something briefly. I think like what you said, Brian, like too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And I think that a lot of people don't really realize like how taxing playing video games all day can be. Like it really does take a lot out of you. And, you know, practicing a lot is actually hard work if you're training for something. So I think that's another notable thing to mention.
Yeah, you guys are, like you said, it's organized and run and managed by the students. You guys that, you know, are front and center to keep up with the communication, the practicing, you know, scheduling yourselves for these tournaments, keeping up with these upcoming events, and, you know, recruiting the students that are coming in. That's really awesome to even now be recognized as an official club of your school, an accomplishment in and of itself. Like that's building skill sets that you are able to apply to, you know, real world experience, and that I think will help you post grad as well. Do you feel like all of the things that you get to do to support the program, not just the gaming, helps you learn and you know, prepare for post grad life?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a lot more work than you expect. Like you said, having to basically manage everything that's going on. So I definitely think that it's great experience and stuff that I will take, we will all take with us, you know, going forward. And also just like learning how to like interact with people in a community, getting that experience as well is something that's really important.
Yeah, and I was watching those games. Like I said, those Valorant matches are no joke. You got to have a lot of strategy, communication, and skill behind that, some critical thinking skills. So you guys did awesome tonight. So real quick, you know, as we wrap things up, there's a couple of things I'd love to know. What's your AKA? Is there a good story behind your AKA for in your esports community? And what are your favorite games to play? I mean, Valorant, of course, is right up there, right? But I'm sure there's other games, like you said, that you like to play out. Narita, we'll start with you. Go ahead and tell us what your AKA is.
Do you mean in-game name? Like
Yeah,
IGN?
in-game
Okay,
name.
okay. So, well, my in-game name is just my name, but with where I replaced one of my, what is it, my I with a 1 instead. And it all started because I had, what is it? Brian was actually one of the reasons why I switched my names, because he would call me by my old in-game name and Naruto like multiple times, like during the same game, like he would call me like 2 different names. So I just switched it to Naruto so that everyone would just have like an even thing.
Yeah.
And
I have this urge
yeah.
to call you Dorito. I feel like that should have been the path you
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Sometimes like if I have like an alternate account for the same game, I'd say I'd switch it to Dorito sometimes. And it's pretty
Okay,
good.
so it's not just me. It
Yeah,
seems
it's
like
not,
not
no,
mutual.
it's
Okay,
for everyone. A lot of people actually call me Dorito in real life sometimes. So,
that's funny.
yeah.
So what's your favorite name or game to play?
Oh, favorite game would I actually don't have a favorite game right now, but it's probably tied with Counter-Strike and Valorant. And
Okay.
then I play, what is it? I think Risk of Rain 2 from time to time. That's like, I don't know, a totally different game from like an FPS. So, but yeah.
Cool.
And then I'm getting into F1, the Formula One racing games now.
Okay, you like gravitate to a certain type of games. Are those all similar to each other?
Um, no, I don't think they're similar at all, actually. They're,
Okay, cool.
yeah, because F1's pretty much a driving simulator, while like Valorant, CSGO, they're FPS games, like first-person shooters. And then Risk of Rain is, I don't know what type of game Risk of Rain would get put into, so.
All right. Well, hey, that's the beauty of playing an esports club. You get to play a lot of different types of games, and you're not, you know, held to one type
Yeah.
of outlet for esports. So that's awesome for you guys. Brian, real quick, what's your AK or your in-game name and your favorite game?
Okay. My in-game name is just my last name. My favorite game is probably Valorant right now. I don't really
Okay,
play.
I like that Valorant's your favorite game. That makes sense. You guys won, so you're obviously really good at it. As far as your in-game name, I've heard some really creative ones, but I feel like you just went for the real obvious option there. That's cool. It'd make
Because,
it easier for people
yeah,
like me to find you.
it makes it easy for people that you know.
Yeah, exactly. Matt, what about you? What's your in-game name and your favorite match or favorite game?
My game name is FSDD. I don't really know how I came up with it, to be honest. It's just been like that for a while. For my favorite game, it's probably Counter-Strike still, but Valorant's probably a close second. And I've also been playing a lot of the Halo Master Chief Collection, which has been a lot of fun.
Very cool. And do you guys have these teams, all of these different teams with these games in your club?
I think a few of the ones that we've mentioned we do have. Yeah.
Okay. And do you guys get a chance to play them? Do you have other teams outside of the school that you play with to get your urge, and scratch that competitive edge for those games that you enjoy that aren't with the club?
Yeah, there's definitely, I think, a lot of opportunities for discussion about different games in our Discord. So from time to time, different games do come up and people get together to play them.
Well, that's cool. Well, we're running out of time on today's show, so I'm going to wrap it up. But before we go, just one last time, congratulations to the winners of the ECAC Esports Summer Valorant Tournament. You guys did an amazing job. You have a great team here. I'm excited to see your school continue to grow your esports club. Thank you, guys. Go ahead and give a quick shout out to your school and your team for that win that you're taking home.
Thank you, Shirley Ann Jackson.
Thanks, RPI.
Yeah, the Honorable Shirley Ann Jackson.
5%.
All right, thanks
And
so
Team
much, guys.
RPI.
That's all we got for Esports Center. Make sure you tune into the other interviews that we had throughout the night with the 4th place ranking team from Sacramento State. And we also got a few other interviews for you to catch and watch. Thank you. See you next time.